Hi, welcome back to the channel where today we are going to be talking about all the things you guys want to talk about. So let's talk about what are the things that you need to work on stocking up this week because there is impending shortages and they don't look too great right now. So the first thing we are going to notice is food prices are going to start going up. A lot of people think, oh, well, in the tariffs, it's only stuff that's from outside the United States. Nothing else will be affected. Wrong. You can do your research on it. Most of the seeds, not all, but a lot of seeds, about 34% of the seeds used to grow the produce that is served throughout the United States is imported. Why is that? Because our government is corrupt. I'll say it. I'll be the person who says that. The government has chosen to restrict on seed collection for farmers, and I'm talking like massive distribution of all of those kind of seeds and growing mass amount of produce. They don't want you or the people to have control. These are things we have to be brutally honest. So 34% of the seeds that produce the produce that is sold inside of grocery stores are going to be tariffed. Now, what happens with that? Let me give you a wide example of how that could affect. So say a farmer likes a hybrid seed and that it's really drought resistant. It's great. It's been awesome. They've been selling it to grocery stores for a long time, but they have to import that. Let's say they buy $3,000 worth of seeds and they're slapped with 125% tariff. We're putting that now up to like $7,400. If you think that your groceries will not be affected by these prices, this is why it's so critical that every single person has some sort of victory garden, because the supermarket, the chain, the supply chain is completely broken. It's been broken for decades, but not a lot of people fully understand that. So this year, I would like you guys to dabble your feet in, whether it's your first garden, whether it's your 50th garden, I would like you guys to start dabbling and having a victory garden and growing more food and learning how to can and learning how to freeze dry those kind of foods to help alleviate a lot of those costs that are going to be affecting everyone. Now, let's talk about some of the things I saw this week. So this week I did a couple prepping hauls. You can go to my other social media accounts, TikTok, Charmingly Frugal on TikTok, where I went through Costco and I was looking at different foods and what to buy, just those kind of items. So here's the first things that I noticed. One of the very first things that I noticed was jasmine rice has gone up in price. So if you like your jasmine rice, I like to prep my jasmine rice. Sorry, I just touched the mic again. I'm going to have to get used to having that on me because I do talk with my hands. Those costs went up. So if you do like those, like jasmine rice, and I like to buy in bulk, I'm sure many of you guys like to buy in bulk, those prices went up. Now, regular long grain white rice, it was still at like $12.96 for my area. I noticed a lot of other empty shelves that I was not expecting, and a lot of it was in the food section. And not many people understand is the price of beef is about to go insanely high, okay? A lot of our beef is imported. Our country has I'll be the bad guy today. It's fine. You can say Doomsday Queen. Crystal, you're being crazy, but I'll accept that fate. The government has done nothing but penalize our farmers for decades. There's all these new rules or this and emissions this and that and farm equipment and no, you can't get your own seeds. You're not allowed to harvest your own seeds. That's a federal crime. So I'll say it. We have been set up to fail, and if you're ready to fail, then just don't swim when that water rises, okay? Or if you're wanting to tread that water and you're going to fight back a little bit, understand what is about to come up. So you got your beef prices. Beef prices are going to start to increase immensely with all of these tariff wars. If you're looking at buying a shipping container, say for your property, I just bought one for our property, but I need to get a couple more. Those prices are about to increase. And what is projected from the person who I get mine from, he's saying about 2021 supply level, which was like $10,000 for a shipping container. That is wild. A lot of the ports are empty. Shelves are starting to get empty. These are the items that you're going to want to think about. Think about your daily intake. Wanting to understand if we're entering a depression or a recession. Okay. That's already inevitable. We have been set up for so long. And by the way, we are way overdue for a depression. You guys realize that we are coming up on the 100-year marker of a depression. We said that with the pandemic, and guess what? About exactly on that 100-year mark, a pandemic started. So I just want you guys to be more realistic with your thinking. You don't need like elaborate or these fancy meals. You just need food that is sustainable. So with beef prices going up, if you're wanting to save up on some of your beef, I would say, you know, start buying your beef now, freezing it up, put it in your freezer, those kind of things. Now, if you're thinking like long-term SHTF, you can go to Dry Wholesalers. They're amazing. They have their beef prices that are kept the exact same right now. You can use the code, what is it? Charmingly Frugal. Save 15% off on freeze-dried beef. If you do not have a freeze dryer, it's fantastic. It's amazing. There's so many things that you can go about with it. I prefer to do my freeze-dried meat that is uncooked through them. I freeze-dry my own meat that is cooked, but there's just some things I feel like I'm not the best at. And freeze-drying raw meat, for me, I feel a little worrisome. So I always go to them because they are trusted, they're amazing, and they put that quality and care into their products. And they just released an email talking about that they're going to be increasing costs on May 10th because of everything that's going on. So understand, your beef prices in the stores are about to skyrocket. So if you're wanting to stock up on beef, I would do it now. If you're going to go to your local farms, that's what I do. I buy all my raw beef. I buy a half a cow to a whole cow each year. We just picked up a half a cow, but we're going to put in another order because we know the price of beef is going to increase because people like to keep up with the store pricing. So when the stores are going to start seeing some tightness on that, they're going to start increasing their price, and then other people sadly will follow suit. That's just kind of the name and the game of the economy. And that's just the normal thing here. All right, let's continue on. Some things that you're going to want to be more prepared in. Obviously, you're going to want those extra car parts, vehicles, your solar panels, all those things. A lot of the parts inside of them are imported in. Same with your appliances for your household. I said this about 3 weeks ago. I said, hey guys, be prepared. You're going to start seeing some prices increase. And now people are starting to realize that even though it says made in the USA, some of its parts are manufactured outside of the USA, and that's going to hit some turning points. So making sure that you take care of your vehicles, your home, any of those kind of things, you're going to really want to be on top of it because things might get wild. And the fact that we are way overdue for a depression, we all realize what's about to happen, right? Every time we're a little overdue for something, it sparks up. It sparks up. And the way things are going, I would not be shocked. So preparing yourself for a recession or depression, I know some people are thinking, no, nothing's happening at all. But you can only go up for so long, especially inflation, before it crumbles. That's what happens. It wouldn't matter really who's in office. It's been set up like this for the last 30 years, and we are way overdue for one. So whatever happens is going to happen, and the best thing you guys can do is be prepared. So when you go to the grocery store, you know, buy one for now, two for later, shop your selves. There's nothing wrong with throwing coupons in to help make your food pantry grow a little bit bigger. You're going to want to think your pantry staples. Geez, I am running my words together so fastly. So you're going to have your flour, your sugar, your rice, all your other ingredients that are shelf stable. You're going to want to stock up on those. Those are going to help not hurt your wallet when these prices start to increase. One thing I did notice when I went to Costco is, for instance, I get pancake mix. That's something that my family, we love. We have one in our camper. We have one here. It's a great way to just, slap up together dinner real quick. You'll have pancakes for dinner. I don't know if anybody else out there does that, but we do that. And it's just a simple dinner. We do it about every 14 days. It's just something that we don't even have to think twice about. That, what I always buy, has gone up $2 in the last year and a half. $2. Originally, it was a large package. It's like this big. It's huge. For like $5.99. Now it's $7.99. That's a $2 increase. And somebody's going to look at that and go, well, that's only a $2 increase. And in my head, I'm going, that's like a 40% increase. Costs are about to get a lot higher than we expect. And many people are living with their heads in the cloud that nothing's going to happen, but it's all happening. It's very slow motion. You got the ports. There's issues going on. Yes, people want to say, yes, we're going to be able to buy local, and that's amazing, but there's going to be a lot of businesses that are going to get hit. There's farmers that are going to get hit. This is going to be hard. And the best thing we can do is just knuckle down right now and start making lists and checking off our lists and being like, okay, I know the prices are going to go up, so where am I lacking? If you're lacking on your dry food, increase your dry food. If you're lacking on your freeze-dried food, now is the time. If you haven't changed the tires on your car, I'm pretty sure you'll prefer the tire prices right now than 9 months from now. If your car needed to be worked on, you should have done this work. We got to do it now. It's not too late. These are things that you can do, but understand that these prices are going to get severe. And the fact that the shipping containers and the shipyards are empty and multiple businesses are coming forth saying, hey, we're expecting a shortage here in the next few weeks. Understand that means we're going to get a shortage. Okay. So don't be part of the panic buyers that are going to run in and just speed walk through and start loading up, and we're going to have towers of toilet paper to the sky. We want you to be prepared now. So understanding that before the shelves are empty, you're going to want to stock up. Definitely look at your rotational pantry. Take notes. All of you that are watching this video right now, I want you guys to think about something that you might be lacking in on your rotational pantry or your long-term pantry. Let me know down in the comments down below. We're always taking inventory of what we have and what we want to improve on. And I want to make sure that you guys really, really do a victory garden this year, no matter what. I noticed my gardening video was one of my lowest viewed videos, and I was like, this is really pertinent for you guys. Understand that I don't buy a lot of my food at the grocery stores because I grow my own, and I want to challenge you guys to do that, because every person that's in here watching this wants to be more self-reliant on some level. And I want to challenge you guys to kind of push that envelope. And I know not everybody can grow their own groceries in a large abundance or has a ton of land. I live on 1/4 of an acre. I own 80 acres pretty far away from me, so I can't constantly manage that. So I have to always make sure that I'm doing a good rotation and that those plants are going to be taken care of, but my plants here are. But understand that you can grow in small spaces. Grow bags are amazing. You can grow on your balconies. You can grow indoors. You can do hydroponics. You can do so many different things. Oh my gosh, I'm getting text messages right now. But you can do so many things, and I want you guys to really think about it this year. I want you to challenge yourself. I want all of you guys to have a victory garden, really start stocking up where you know that there's going to be shortages, and just stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.